Hey guys, welcome to the second part of this week's Coffin Hero Show, where I take you through all the single issue releases this week, all the variants, all the DC, all the Marvel, all the indie stuff as well. So pull lists are of course all organised, they're all behind the counter, they're packed to capacity. So obviously if you've got a pull list with us, we can please pop in and collect, that'd be great. But just to take you through what we have this week, as I say, there's quite a lot of variants. There's a couple of big issues this week and we went quite big on the variants for them, so to give you guys plenty of choice. So we kick things off with Batman. We're up as far now as issue 144, and this is the main variant for it from Yasmin Putri. This is the last part of the Joker War storyline. As well as the regular cover, we do also have the 1 to 50 retailer incentive variant cover by Alan Qua, which is quite a beauty there. This week you'll see that there is a facsimile out from DC, Green Lantern Green Arrow issue 87. You'll see it also comes with a rather lovely foil version of the variant as well. One of my favourite covers of the week, which is hardly surprising given how much I love the artist. Justice League vs Godzilla vs Kong issue 5, and it comes with this rather glorious Jock variant cover. Speaking of DC royalty, now working for the other side, if you will. Greg Capullo, of course, is working at Marvel these days. So rather glorious Incredible Hulk issue 9 variant from Greg Capullo. As well as that from Marvel, we have Predator. A new series kicks off this week with a brand new #1, The Last Hunt. Paco Medina doing the variant cover for that. Without a doubt, one of the biggest releases this week is Ultimate Spider-Man 2, issue 2. So we've got a couple of the variants in. So first of all, we've got the Elizabeth Torque variant cover, continuing on a theme, continuing with the Peter and MJ marriage. Next up, we have the retailer incentive 1 to 25 variant cover. This is done by Dyke Ruan. We also have Matthias Manhanini variant cover, showing off this Ultimate Universe's Green Goblin and Osborn in the Reflection. Another issue that has a big week this week is Spawn. It reaches issue 350. So we got the rake of variants in for this. So you've got Rand Stegman on variant cover duties. We have Todd McFarlane doing his own variant cover. This is the black and white version. As well as the black and white version, there is also a coloured version for the Todd McFarlane variant. As well as that, we have Jonathan Glapion doing a variant cover, which is rather lovely. We finish off the Spawn 350s with Brett Booth on variant cover duty as well. And then the last variant, just to show off, is a new issue of Zorro this week, issue 2. So we have the retailer incentive 1 to 10 variant cover by Tony S. Daniel. And then we also have the movie homage variant cover. Always looks like old movie posters. I think these are great. So moving on to the individual issues this week. So big week this week. Loads of quality stuff. I've been fortunate enough to already get through about 10 or 11 of my pull list this week, just because there was so much great stuff I didn't want to wait. So first of all, we have Batman 144. So this finishes off the Joker Year 1 storyline with part 3 of that. We have Batman Superman World's Finest hitting issue 24 this week. Mark Waid, Dan Mora continuing to pump out the good stuff. I showed you the foil cover. We do also have the traditional facsimile cover here for Green Lantern Green Arrow 87. Speaking of Green Lantern, there is Green Lantern War Journal this week. Phil Kennedy Johnson continuing on with his Green Lantern spin-off tale. John Constantine Hellblazer Dead in America is this week also. Beautiful cover this with Swampy on there as well. So Cy Spurrier, Aaron Campbell continuing on their run on Hellblazer. I'd mentioned Justice League vs Godzilla vs Kong. This is your cover A for that. Really good issue that. I read that this morning. Nightwing 111. So Tom Taylor continuing on with his awesome Nightwing run, which unfortunately will be coming to an end soon around issue 118, 119. Tom Taylor's doing up to, and then I'm sure we'll find out who the new creative team is. Next up is Superman number 11. So Joshua Williamson continuing on with his mainline title Superman run. We have Titans number 8. Tom Taylor, Steven Segovia on art for this one. Lovely Dan Moore cover as ever. And probably the issue to beat this week, because it was absolutely class, as the whole series has been, is Wonder Woman number 6. Tom King, Daniel Sampere continuing on this modern interpretation of Diana. Moving on to Marvel, and again, loads of really big stuff this week. We kick things off with the anthology book, which is Alien, Black, White and Blood. This will be a 4-issue mini-series, different creators, different short stories, anthology format for Alien, Black, White and Blood. Speaking of facsimiles, this week sees the release of Amazing Spider-Man 253. It's going to be Murder When Spidey Faces the Rose. So, new facsimile edition. We have Daredevil number 6 this week. So Saladin Ahmed, Aaron Cuter, loving this Daredevil run. I've read this week as well. It's going into the mystical stuff, which you don't always see an awful lot with Daredevil. Hence the appearance of Doctor Strange on the cover. And yeah, really good stuff. Edge of Spider-Verse kicks off a new run this week. So brand new number 1, Edge of Spider-Verse. Being shown here at Weapon 8 as well. Looks suspiciously Cyclopish. Gods number 5, Jonathan Hickman, Valerio Schiti continuing on their mystical title for Marvel. Again, read this morning. Pretty great stuff. Guardians of the Galaxy is finishing up this week with Guardians of the Galaxy Annual from Colin Kelly Jackson Lansing and Kev Walker. Did a 10-issue series, and then I believe the annual essentially wraps it up. Incredible Hulk number 9, I'd shown off the variant by Greg Capullo. This is your standard Nick Klein cover for that, always leaning into the horror, which is what I love to see with the Hulk title. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars Battle World. This was a 4-issue limited series. Last issue this week, Tom DeFalco on that. We have Predator: The Last Hunt, so you have your cover A from Corey Smith. Obviously, that's showing off the variant there as well. Rise of the Powers of 10, Kieran Gillen. So the X-Men stuff's starting to wind up. There's going to be a huge relaunch this year. So I think more will come to light on that around Free Comic Book Day, but they've already announced, obviously, Fall of the House of X. This is all starting to come to an end. Spider-Boy is this week as well, so issue 4, Dan Slott. Continuing on with this, Humberto Ramos cover there. We have Star Wars number 43, continuing on with the Charles Soule run, of course, on Star Wars. Without a doubt, one of the biggest books of the week, Ultimate Spider-Man number 2. All first prints, all cover A's, all cover price. Please do not pay more for this elsewhere. I've ordered in loads of it. We have about 20 copies for the racks, which is loads for us because we've got about another 30 odd people with it on their pull lists. So please, 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 please do not be going out and spending over the odds for this like scalpers had forced people to with issue 1. And then we finish off, this was actually from last week, but we got copies in this week, Sabretooth War Part 3 of Wolverine. So Benjamin Percy continuing on that. So that just leaves us the indie stuff for this week. And again, some great stuff here. We have Animal Pound, first of all, from Tom Keenan, Peter Gross, their modern reinterpretation of Animal Farm. I'll show these two together. So Cobra Commander is out this week with a brand new issue, issue 2, but we also got the issue 1 second printings in for that if you're playing catch up. This one I don't know too much about, but that is a heck of a cover. The Crying Boy. This is from Keen Spot Comics, brand new number 1 this week. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, we're up to 304. Larry Hama continuing on. Chris Mooneyham on art alone makes that worth reading. Godzilla Rivals, a new one-shot this week, which is Mothra versus Mogera. So the usual good stuff with the Godzilla Rivals series. We have the Holy Roller number 4, Rick Remender, Andy Samberg continuing on this, just a lot of fun. Kingpin meets Batman. Next up is the Six Fingers. Of course, I've talked very, very highly about the One Hand from Ram V, Lawrence Campbell. This is the sister title, which is the Six Fingers, which is Dan Waters and Suma Kumar. But again, it all links together to the One Hand. We got some more copies of One Hand in as well, and then Six Fingers is this week. And this is the order it's designed to be read in as well. So you read number 1 of One Hand, number 1 of Six Fingers, number 2 of One Hand, number 2 of Six Fingers. Great, great stuff. Spawn 350, so that is your main cover A from Puppeteer Lee. Obviously, we have all the variants as already shown off. We have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sourcebook, definitive reference guide for all you TMNT fans. Transformers number 5 came out last week, sold out of it straight away as we always do. More copies in this week in case you missed out. Walking Dead number 83, part 4 of No Way Out. So Walking Dead Deluxe is, it's amazing to think that this is almost halfway through. And then we finish off with Zorro, Man of the Dead from Sean Gordon Murphy. Brilliant issue 1, which I think we'll have 1 copy of left. Issue 2 is this week. Highly recommended if you haven't already jumped on. So that is the new single issues for this week. As I say, all going on the racks for New Comic Book Day. Again, all pull lists are done and organised and ready for collection. As ever, I hope this proved useful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the store throughout the week, guys. Take it easy.